To assemble your tilt drum, there are 7 joints, and we've labeled all 7 joints A through G, and each one of these requires a pin to hold the joints together. The first one to put together is the handle, which we've labeled A in 2 places, which is typically where the pin will go. This is very easy to assemble and relatively fast. In this case, we've labeled this pin A. It goes in very easy. Joint B puts the horizontal member to the vertical frame together. These are all square. Pins go in real nice. Now we have 2 wheels that go on. We've labeled those C and D. Right here next to the outside of the wheel, that is C. D we're going to put in here. Tilt the frame over sideways. These go in real nice. Now I'm putting these all the way in at the moment. There's 3 positions for each wheel. Being all the way in makes it 30-inch width, so it'll go through any doorway. Your next one is the front wheel. Now that you're stabilized with the rear wheels, the front wheel, labeled E in this case, goes vertically up inside. Doesn't matter which way it goes, it's bidirectional. The wheels are actually bidirectional. It doesn't matter which one is on which side, but we labeled them to make it easy. Now what we're going to do is load the drum. The handle goes forward to the single wheel. This is fixed. This side rotates a bit. The washers have the spacing just right. These pins stay in, supposed to stay in. Then you have your 2 clevis pins. Go in the front. Now you're fully assembled. The front wheel has 75 psi of air pressure. The rear wheels have 35. If it becomes a little difficult to rotate, most likely it's an air pressure issue with the front wheel. Check that periodically, make sure it's got 75 psi. To rotate your drum, you pull the index pin out. You can rotate it 90 degrees. This stays out. And you can rotate the drum all the way in both directions. If you just release the pin, let it go back in, it'll set in the next index hole. So you can then keep your drum in any position that you want. If the pin becomes loose, usually it's because this keeper nut here is loose and it comes unscrewed. And so what you want to do is to unloosen the big nut, screw the index handle in a little bit until it indexes just smooth on the back of the index plate. Oh, one other thing. It's easy to take the lid off. In this case, this is a filter lid. You undo the latches, push down on the little keeper pin. The lid comes right off. This is real lightweight, easy to handle. It's a lot easier than having the vacuum on top. You can get the vacuum on top, but one thing that's important is if the vacuum is on top, do not release the pin. Otherwise, the top heavy drum then will fall all the way over like that. Now, very important, whenever you're tilting the drum, always remove the lid, or especially if there's a vacuum on top. If the lid is unlatched or the vacuum is unlatched, it'll fall off, and you don't want that to happen. So always, before you release the index pin to tilt it, remove your lid. In this case, it's a lightweight filter lid, real lightweight. Pull the pin, rotate 90 degrees, and you can dump. Now you can dump in either direction, right or left. If you rotate to the right clockwise, dirt can come out of your inlet. So it's a little more convenient to do it left, counterclockwise. If you're going to dump your tilt drum contents into a 5-gallon bucket, there's enough room for the bucket to fit underneath, but the wheel interferes. And what we've made is to add more stability, you pull the pin out, go out to the third pin hole. Your 5-gallon bucket fits right in there. There you go, the Cat 6 Tools tilt drum.